Hello everyone, and welcome back to another manga chapter review. I am the Rat, and this is the Rat's Nest. I'm joined as always by Kyle. Say hi, Kyle.
Hello everybody.
We're back with One Piece. I was just saying, it feels like we just did this, because we did just do this 2 days ago.
Yeah, and today we are here with chapter 1073, Miss Buckingham Stussy.
She's bad, dude. Oda cooks, right?
Yeah.
He was cooking. He was in the kitchen.
Except for whenever he goes on break.
That's true. That is very true. So, this is a very good chapter. You could say it's going to be one that people go back to because something that's probably going to end up being pretty iconic happened here. Or at least a very big event happened in this chapter.
Yes, very.
For us.
Very big.
So, want to just get into it, Kyle?
Yeah, let's get right into it. So to start, if you don't mind me starting, I know you usually do. We see what happened after the events of last chapter, where Lucci reacts to the betrayal, and it's like, oh no, Kaku, this is a bitter pill to swallow, and then he goes to immediately strike Stussy. This uses, I don't know, paper art's heartbreak after image. This might be a weird tangent. There are some One Piece naming things I don't really care for. I don't know.
Yeah.
That might be a really weird thing to bring up, but it's just did it really have to be called that? I don't know.
If I had to guess, this is a CP0 power, similar to their CP9 techniques.
Yeah, but I like what she says here, where she's like, so when you don't understand, your first instinct is to go for the kill. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. And so we see that she has sea stone lipstick. It's very interesting.
And then, sheesh, we see her.
Bro, I wish I was Rob Gucci right here.
I mean,
I'm not playing games, bro. I'm not playing any games, honest. You're so wild. That dude, she's saying that to me. I am so wild. All right. We're going to try to hold myself back. Let's talk about the chapter. So,
sure.
It seems like she has some kind of vampire fruit, right? I said succubus last episode. It's probably vampire after seeing this. I suppose we don't have any concrete confirmation, but the sucking the blood and the fangs, it's a vampire, right? I'd be very surprised at this point if Oda went with succubus. It's very interesting. So she uses the sea stone to prevent, disable the devil fruit users. And then she bites them and theoretically uses her devil fruit with them. If it is a devil fruit. I mean, I assume that it's a devil fruit, right?
Yeah, probably.
So Rob Gucci is based and misogynistic. And Stussy goes, I know how strong you boys are. Fighting you fair and square would have been stupid. Forgive me. So she beat both Kaku and Lucci really easily.
Wow, that's an interesting discussion.
What's an interesting discussion?
I was just joking because you said she beat Lucci and Kaku, and I was like, man, One Piece power scalers, they better get on this.
That's so true. They had better.
Mm-hmm.
But here we have, so she's like, put them both to sleep. So Zolo and Brooke are out there just looking at it. So we can see, so this is a confirmation. Yeah, Stussy is the person that Vegapunk called.
Last episode, yeah. Yeah.
Some Nami and Robin here. We get to see that not even Shaka knew. Her loyalty to me was kept secret even after she spent 20 years as one of their agents. So she's been undercover for a while. Yeah, like a mole in the intelligence branch. That was a very. I like seeing that plot point be revealed, because the thing with Stussy, right? And because I never really knew what purpose she served. Because I remember just back watching Whole Cake Island, just being like, oh, okay, she's just the member that replaced them. But man. If nothing else, once again, I have to give it to Oda. One Piece probably has some of, if not the best, subtle world building and just world building in general in a shonen. It's absolutely phenomenal just seeing how, someone introduced that near the halfway point, and then we see Stussy, and then just how it all comes together naturally. I would say it's very impressive. Good job, Oda. Good job. Yeah, because this is a character, and it's kind of like Bonnie too, right? That we've seen during this arc. Where it's an older character that was introduced back a while ago, hasn't done anything for a decade, right? A decade of real time. And then Oda brings them back for whenever they're going to be useful. And so I really feel like this is a scenario. I will say, like, just on the basis, Bonnie was never planned to be here from back then. Like, because the other worst generations weren't planned until the chapter, like, of.
Yeah. A week before, Oda came up with all of the worst generation. I think
so I can't say Bonnie was foreshadowed to be this far in the future. And
the
also
thing.
that means that she was never originally Kuma's daughter. But it's fun to think that maybe Oda, I think there's a stronger case for Stussy because of, who she's connected to being, the self-proclaimed lover of Whitebeard, and then also with her importance here and since her introduction being part of CP0. I think there's a stronger case to be made that Oda knew he would use her later and added her to the story because he knew that he was going to, which I think is really cool because it's a Chekhov's gun situation. So instead of a new character that we've never seen before in CP0, it's like, oh, well, I'm the mole. It's like, okay, like, I don't really care. Like, instead, it's a character that, like, we're already partially familiar with. Character that we've seen a couple of times, and we're like, okay. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, this character that we've known this entire time is not only a clone, she's related to this other character that we've known forever. And so I think that, you can do it in other series, but that's one of the benefits to how long One Piece has been running, is that Oda can do that and just naturally introduce these more important characters.
Yeah, because one thing that One Piece also excels at, just outside of a lot of what we've already talked about, is just it feels like the world, unlike other shonen, the world can still revolve even when the main characters aren't in it. And so moments where characters meet up with others, it just feels more organic. Like that's one of the big draw factors of One Piece, where like the world still moves even when the Strawhats aren't doing anything. Like the actions still happen, and I like seeing how all these different characters and actions then they come back and they play a role.
Yeah. Right here. So going on. Tangent aside. Fun little tangent though. Ceci's like, I can't override the orders of the Seraphim because my clearance is the same as Lucci's. So they're like, oh, we got to stop them. We need to. And Zolo's right. We got to stop those runts. And Brook's like, do those kids look familiar? And Zoro's like, yeah, especially that one. So is he talking about Jimbles or the bear here?
I'm gonna say bear, just
That's
because.
fair. Yeah.
I mean, nothing happened between them, but
Well, because he knows pacifistas. Well, he knows Kuma too. That's right. I'm so dumb. I'm sorry, Kyle. I'm sorry, Kyle. You're right. You're so right. I'm sorry. It went straight over my head.
Failed bit aside. Yeah, so this was before we actually started recording this, like the next page or two, we talked about it, where what's this one's name? Like Edison?
So the girl, Lilith.
Sorry. So Lilith, she says like food, stop blowing holes in the lab, though I suppose we can use those extra exits to get out faster. And the Seraphim's about to attack her, or the Seraphim Mihawk, and then Zoro goes to block, and apparently, according to what Brandon said, this had One Piece power scalers either like content or very up in arms about this moment.
There were, because people were looking at this and being like, yo, he made the clone of Mihawk sweat. Zoro top tier. And so it was a debate of what the power scale of sweat was. And people were like, you're so dumb. Literally, Mihawk sweats against East Blue Zoro. Like, it means nothing. It means nothing. We see a bead of sweat on Mihawk against East Blue Zoro. Like, it means nothing. People were like, oh, no, it shows his prowess. And then the panel under was, like, flipped with Who Wanted Who. They were like, yo, Zoro got pushed back by a Seraphim. And people were like, oh, so you can't understand someone just going back, like, after an attack, like taking a step back. Like, okay, let's get a new position.
Like when two things, collide and a big impact happens and it like knocks them back. Like that's crazy. Like that, like literally in the next fucking panel, he says that was, he says that was a shock. My bad. I'm the idiot now. I misread that as like Shockwave for some reason. And
this little guy is Edison. So you had the right name for one of the Vegapunks.
Yeah, Edison. But it just in terms of like fucking power scaling sweat. Oh my god.
It was really like, I'm very familiar with these two panels from looking through all of that.
Well, if nothing else, Sanji fans still take the L this week.
Sanji fans do take the L.
Yeah,
so here we get to see Edison give an order to the Seraphims to be like, stop doing that.
Quit it.
And then we think he gets shot, and then he's like, no, he can't be. And then Sanji saved him, L. And he goes, you're looking for this? That was close. And then Lilith is happy. Yay. The other half of her is alive. And now all the Seraphims are happy and friendly. And all those people were attracted to Seraphim Hancock, child.
I just now noticed this. Sorry, I just noticed one thing. I overlooked it 2 times I read it, where it's like, Seraphim listen, can someone tell me what these things are? And so like they bound Pucci and Kaku, and this was the panel I just for some reason didn't look at. It's when she's talking, it says, much obliged to Stussy. We're leaving with Eileen. You should come with us. She goes, understood. And Usopp's like, hey, you can't keep on adding people though.
Dude. do I even need to say it? Okay. We get to see Luffy going like, hey Bonnie, where'd you go? Old man Punk can't leave without you. We got a truly unexpected development. The Dr. Vegapunk's main Stella body has vanished. That was the narrator saying that, which is interesting.
Well, enough of that. Let's move to a new place.
Let's.
World.
Whitebeard's hometown. So this is a village where Marco hung out, Whitebeard's hometown, yada yada. And so basically the premise were like, oh, we were scared. This place got attacked by Marines while Marco was in Wano.
Yeah. And then I don't think we're gonna go into too much detail for the next page. It's just
just the Marines being dicks.
Having legal rights. It's Marines being dickheads in this world.
Let's kill an old lady.
Let's shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot an old lady. I'm gonna shoot a kid, and then
and then we get the best 3-cost 5K card with no effects.
Edward Weevil. Whoa.
It's so true.
Yeah. So I mean, just from this alone, I never really had any thoughts on Weevil. I was kind of neutral on him when I had first met him and everything, but just seeing it now, I liked him. He stay away from Dad's home, protecting the people here. It was wholesome to see. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a cool little dude, isn't he?
Yeah, and then after that, we get to see Marco talk with them, glad that you're safe, and then we see the original Miss Buckingham Stussy say, that wasn't the end of it, Marco. Who do you think they sent in after that for backup? None other than Admiral Ryokyu, and that's the tree guy, the forest for
Green Bull.
Yeah, Green Bull. Sorry, Green Bull. So they kidnapped Weevil, and she says, while you're at it, give me Newgate's inheritance too. So she was a former member of the Rocks Pirates. She was probably the Mads person that we saw on that one cover, right? If it already wasn't confirmed. It says she's Mads resident freeloader. So she hung around with them. It's her, right? It's pretty confirmed. It was just interesting. I will say last episode got some things wrong. There are a lot more confirmed Rocks Pirates members than I said. So we have the ones that I mentioned last time. Shiki, Whitebeard, Big Mom, Kaido, Buckingham Stussy. Okay. And who else?
Shaki was one.
Oh yeah, the person on
the former Amazon Lily Empress.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That was just a reveal that I just completely forgot about.
Same here. Dude, look, after 25 years... Okay, I hate... Just a quick tangent. Whenever you get a factoid wrong about a series that has gone on for 30-something... 30-something years, and it's like, wow, you should know that. You're a big fan of the series. It's like, guys, it's 25 years worth of content trying to remember. Calm down. As sometimes people forget. Sorry, tangent aside.
Yeah. And then Captain John.
Who?
If you remember that name. Captain John. It's a pirate captain that's confirmed to be in canon. Right? If you'll remember, Buggy had a treasure map to Captain John's Trevor.
Oh,
and his corpse was controlled by Gecko Moria and Thriller Bark.
Oh, was it? Which one was he?
It was. I can show you. I don't think you'd remember it. It wasn't like standoutish. It was just like I don't know if Oda said in Thriller Bark that was Captain John, or if it was like a previous thing. Like, oh yeah, that's Captain John, and yeah, he was a member of the Rocks Pirates.
Are you gonna show me after the?
Yeah, I'll show you then.
That's fine. That's fine.
But Captain John, yeah, and I can't remember if there was another one, but because I saw a thing and it was those two. That were two more confirmed members that I forgot last time.
Well, either way, yeah.
I got the big ones. So
yeah, after that, so she, says like, "Oh, he got sent to prison for protecting his father's village. It's tragic." And Marco's like, "Yeah," like he has like some doubts. Like, "I at least appreciate you guys protecting the village." And then she says, "Marco, I can hear it in your tone. You still doubt that he's Edwards. Well, I know someone who can prove it, Dr. Vegapunk." And when I read this earlier, I figured that was the name of the chapter, and I was like, "Oh yeah," because at the bottom of this page it says like One Piece.
It has the thing that's always at the bottom of the chapters.
And then I was like, I might as well go look for like the color stuff. And I scroll down and we get another page, and it's one of the biggest drops in One Piece in quite some time. Oh my god!
So here we get Marine talking to Kizaru, who's on a ship, heading for Punk, or what is this? Egghead, not Punk Hazard. Egghead. So he's like, Kizaru, right. We prepared snacks and tea for our guests. Sure you remember to test for poison, right? Of course, sir. Then I'll take it to him back to your post. The Marines and the world government flag. And so then we get Kizaru talking to none other than one of the 5 elders. He goes, so have you ever met Dr. Vegapunk before? He goes, once a long time ago. I think what's happening now is truly such a shame. And we finally get a name for one of the 5 elders. Would you like to do the honors, Kyle?
One of the 5 elders, Saint J. Garcia Saturn. Oh my god. This, I bet for like more so than just Meek, right? Because I've been a fan of the series since about like 3 to 4 years ago, and like this was a huge reveal for me. I was so just utterly in awe seeing this. Just, you show this panel to anyone else, like who's not a One Piece fan, they'll be like, they just won't know. You show it to a One Piece fan, they're gonna lose their shit. Because after like 20 to 25 years of this series, right, we finally are getting something done with the 5 elders. They've been built up in one of the most subtle ways of just like, we don't know anything about them, right? They've been this mysterious governing entity, the 5 elders. And in Emu, right? I mean, they serve Emu, and we don't know anything about him either. But just seeing something happening with one of these 5 elders, I legitimately cannot tell you what's going to happen next. Like, it even said at the bottom of the page, one of the bigwigs finally makes a move. He looks cool. I forgot. Like, I like all the elder designs.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be cool.
It's
going to be very cool.
Ask, what do you predict is going to happen next chapter? I legitimately, regarding this, I do not have any predictions I can make because I'm just so in awe at this outcome of finally getting a reveal for one of the elders. Ooh, this is gonna be something moving forward. This is crazy. I can't wait to see where this goes.
It'll be very interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait for a chapter next week, huh? Can't wait for the chapter next week.
It's so true and valid.
Only
Brandon.
got 2 chapters. Only 2 chapters, Oda. You have... Is it
a month-long break?
No. It'll just be a week.
Oh. Well, that's fine. Okay, I thought it was longer. No, that's fine. I don't mind.
No, but I want a new chapter now. I want to keep reading.
I know, but Brandon, Chainsaw Man.
It's true. That's true. We do got peak fiction next week. We do got peak fiction next week. I haven't seen any spoilers for that yet. I don't know what's going on with it.
Yeah, with One Piece, that was chapter 1073. This is a pretty good chapter, and like Brandon had said earlier in the video, it's not even like the reveal itself was just pretty normal. Kizaru just talking to the guy, but I feel like Brandon said, this is going to be one of those arcs where people just come back to it simply to look back at the reveal of one of the 5 elders.
I mean, I think it's already going to be pretty iconic because this is the first time that it's like, here he is.
Yeah, they're like, it's more than just them sitting in a room being vague. Like the most we'd seen with them in quite some time is whenever Shanks talked with them.
Yeah, and here we get not just more information on them. It's just one of them. So they can act independently.
Yeah.
The question is, what is he going to do?
That's what has me concerned. I can't wait until they go to the island and he's like, all right, other elders, fire up the EBDBinator and shoot it straight at Egg.
True.
Just gets EBDB'd off the fucking map.
That's so true. I will say, I am not 100% confident that we're going to get an extremely satisfying payoff for this.
Oh no, hey, I'll take it. Because if it's just like a teaser, I don't mind.
I was gonna say, because if you'll remember Shanks and Wano and Green Bull and Wano, it's kind of tugging at the old water hose a little bit, you know.
I do know.
Yeah, so I'm admittedly not 100% confident we're gonna get a satisfying reveal to this, but if we do, it'll just make it that much better.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be fine. I think the problem,
if nothing else, it's just cool to have it, right? We have a name for him. Like that's awesome.
The thing with Green Bull versus Saturn here, because that's so cool. The thing with the difference is Green Bull was just an admiral, and he was just kind of like it seemed like Oda was like, oh, I need another admiral, and then add another admiral. And we got a little bit of information with him where he's like the nature guy, and he's like, okay, whatever. He's not super strong because like Yamato and the others fought up back against them, but with this, it's like this guy's been here since I'm pretty sure East of Blue. We've known of these people, like the 5 elders. If not, I know it happened like a bit later, like in Alabasta, somewhere around there, very long. We've known of these characters' existences. They've been this mysterious governing entity, and we're finally getting some stuff happening with them. Cannot wait, Brandon. Cannot wait.
Well, if you're this far in the video, obviously there's something you liked. So make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling us what music reference it is, because there should, like, Jerry Garcia, I think, is what the translators were like. It could be a reference to this. If it's music references, that'd be sick, because then that's a JoJo's reference in One Piece. That'd be pretty cool. So we will see you this next Wednesday with Chainsaw Man Peak Fiction, and next Sunday with probably Berserk Volume 10, because I think I've uploaded everything on Dragon Ball, so it'll be Berserk Volume 10 next Sunday. And we will see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.